moment that you slide away from your own self-love, so that what you're doing becomes a compromise, becomes a weight on you instead of you acting in the freedom of your joy and choice, then it comes with expectations and a lot of things. And then things get messy. They get messed up and mixed in with each other, and a lot of things that really don't need to be that way. So, if anything, the learning can be that the moment that you see your self-love slide from a place of holding everything together for everybody, you're basically missing the point. Because it's not your job. Your job is to come from the center of you and offer as much as you have to spare without losing your own joy and your own self-care. So you collapse when you forget that. What's actually happening there, if you want to see from a wisdom perspective, what's actually happening there is that you belong at the center of you. So the moment that you start taking this situation so seriously that it becomes more important than you are creating a division, a separation, and that is ignorance.
Yeah.
And then now you feel lost because that happened. So now, back in place. And is there anything to learn from that? Then it's really about looking really close to home. I think it's really important that we acknowledge that when we disown our own basic experience, our base experience, and basically sell out on something that makes us feel like shit but makes others feel good, that's where we are creating something for ourselves, which is not healthy and which is bringing us out of balance. And then it doesn't actually even matter what was happening in the situation itself. It's kind of like first things first, you got to bring you home. Another thing is, so I'm putting that in as like the centerpiece of your experience. I'm doing that because that part of, I did a really good piece of work. That's undeniable. But the place where the imbalance happened, that's where I could have done better, where that happened. That's where, yeah.
Yeah, and it's very slippery because I was seeing it, but it was so tempting to just finish it and then get back to myself. But then there was another thing, and
This is exactly the point. This is exactly the point, because the moment that you make something more important than you, and it's not about self-celebration, glorification. It's about the fact that actually, reality-wise, your consciousness and your body belongs like this. So the moment that your consciousness makes something else more important, this starts happening. And she is left. Your body and your consciousness are divided. You are making something more important than you. That's the same as saying that the center of the universe is not important. Your birth of being, spirit, everything comes from your own center. And that cannot be denied at any point in time.
yes. Wow, I so need to hear this. It's so, the programming is so different. I've been used to living like that. Because I feel that part of this more deeper pain is I know it's not only this situation, it's like there is an everyday life. This situation exists still in everyday life in a much lower volume, but it's still like that. And I'm pushed to doing things that I don't really want to do and that are taking my energy and my focus away from what I really want to do. And then I'm frustrated and then It's not my life. Yeah, it's not.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not your life anymore then. But it's not even your life to start with. It's just life. But that life needs to be based on a foundation of that all inclusion, wherein enjoyment body, your ground does not get lost.
Yeah. I have to keep a close watch on it then.
When you lose, this is a practice matter, love. Yes, it really is a close eye on, and then I almost want to say defeating all of the patterns and habits that makes you slide sideways on that. It really is something like, well, when your enjoyment body is lost, so are you somehow. Because your essence is born through that enjoyment body.